Elephant and Hare. Elephant and Hare were the best of friends, but they grew tired of always hunting for food. One day, they decided to try something new. They became farmers. Together, they cleared a large field and planted pumpkins. They worked equally hard, and soon their field was full of big, beautiful pumpkins. However, because Elephant was so much bigger, he ate far more pumpkins than Hare, even though they both worked the same. Hare often joked about Elephant's huge appetite and said he wished he could eat as much so that he could grow as big. Hare meant no harm, but deep down, Elephant felt a little guilty. It didn't seem fair that he ate more just because of his size. To ease his guilt, Elephant started eating less when he was with Hare. When Hare noticed this and asked why, Elephant said he wanted to lose some weight because he was too heavy to carry around. But instead of slimming down, Elephant grew even bigger. What Hare didn't know was that Elephant was sneaking out at night to steal pumpkins and satisfy his big belly. Hare grew suspicious as their pumpkin supply quickly shrank, even though they were eating less during the day. One day, he bravely asked, "Why are our pumpkins disappearing? Could someone be stealing them?" Elephant, pretending to be just as confused, replied, "That's strange. We're always together, so it can't be either of us." But Hare couldn't ignore how much bigger Elephant was getting. So one night, Hare told Elephant he was going to visit his grandfather. Elephant was thrilled. He thought this would be his chance to steal more pumpkins without being caught. But instead of leaving, Hare hid in the pumpkin field. That night, Elephant sneaked into the field, grabbed 2 pumpkins, and thought to himself, "Tomorrow, I'll eat the last big pumpkin. If Hare says anything, I'll deal with him." Early the next morning, Hare went to the field, cut open the top of the last pumpkin, and made a small hole big enough for him to fit inside. He carefully replaced the top and hid inside the pumpkin. At midnight, Elephant returned, eager to eat the last pumpkin. Seeing it untouched, he was overjoyed. But just as he was about to eat, he heard voices in the distance and, worried about getting caught, he quickly swallowed the pumpkin whole, without even chewing. After running a good distance to avoid being seen, Elephant stopped to catch his breath. Suddenly, he heard a voice from inside him. "So, you're the one who's been stealing the pumpkins?" Startled, Elephant thought he was imagining things. But when the voice repeated, "You stole the pumpkins, didn't you?" Elephant panicked and ran even faster, terrified. The voice continued, "You thought you were clever, stealing from your friend who worked just as hard as you. How do you feel now, you foolish thief?" Elephant was so frightened that he kept running, unable to stop. He ran and ran until he was exhausted and collapsed, never to get up again. Hare then climbed out of Elephant's belly, looked around, and realized he was in a strange, faraway land. The end. What do you think is the main lesson or moral of this story?